Welcome to another edition of the ISB podcast. I'm your host, Sahil, here with Ishana. We are on the last day of round one of the group stage of the European Championships. We finally saw the teams, and today was Group F. Ishana, for those of you tracking all these videos, please subscribe to the channel. But exciting day. I think this might have been the best day so far of Euro.
Yeah, it was so good. And I want to point out, if you are a US viewer, a lot of people missed a great game, which was Turkey Georgia, because of the way that these are broadcasted and how it's limited viewing for that. And I really think that should change. And we should really think about the so-called underdogs differently, because they produced super exciting soccer.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a direct response to the U.S. broadcaster out there in the U.S. You guys have to do better. I have a lot of friends who work actually over there, but so I can't go into them too hard. But come on, unnamed company that I won't name, do better. So, but this was a fantastic match. I mean, I got to say, you know, overall, Georgia actually played very well and had a lot of chances and could have equalized actually before, of course, Turkey got the last goal.
Yeah, I mean, especially in that 70th minute when they hit the crossbar, it was just like, oh, that was so hard. And, I love anytime a goalie goes up at the end. I'm such a big fan. Unfortunately, this didn't work out in their favor, and it was hard. It was hard to see.
Yeah, so let's just talk about the trajectory of the match for those that weren't able to see it, all over the globe. But if not, you have to watch this match. So it started off an absolute wonder strike by Turkey, as we say, golazo. And then Georgia comes back and a great move of their own to put the ball in, and I think, it's a fantastic goal themselves. And then Arda Guler with the goal of the tournament so far.
Yeah, I mean, it was super exciting. He's 19 years old. He's still a teenager. Real Madrid player. That he reminded me of Ronaldo in his first Euro in 2004, kind of like a little duckling, and it was just nice to see him have that moment. And beautiful strike. Just like, unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Yeah, our when we had talked earlier, our friend Ege came on, and the player he mentioned who was the most popular player in Turkey right now, Arda Guler. He said he's going to do big things in this tournament, so I'm sure he's happy about that. But yeah, that was fantastic. But then, like you said, later on in the end of the match, Georgia had tons of chances. Of course, they brought the keeper up to try to put the ball in the back of the net. And at that point in time is, of course, where there was a breakaway, and that's how Turkey scored their last goal. But what do you think about that? I mean, Georgia obviously could have saved that one goal. Goal difference doesn't matter between the teams in the group, but obviously if you're looking for that best third place, it could matter. But at the end of the day, I think they have to go for the tie. I like the move. I don't know what you think about it.
I agree. I think, and I think a lot of people would actually play that safe, thinking about goal differential. But I think at that point you have to, and based on how they were playing, there's a chance that would have gone in. And I don't think Turkey getting that last goal versus not makes a huge difference, although it might. But I think you take that chance. And also, yeah, it was a bit of a mistake on, like in that position. I think it was a bit of a mistake on the Georgian player, and it could have been avoided. But
Yeah, he just got the ball taken off him, but right before that, they nearly scored with that, with the extra man in the box. So I
Mhm.
think Georgia should feel very good about this first match. Now they can go into their second match and just build off this, and good start for Turkey. So okay, now let's get to the second match of the day. This, of course, was the one a lot of viewers out there were able to watch, and and we're very excited about all over the globe. But Ishana, you point out a few things that you were very impressed with the way that Czechia played this match.
Yeah, what's interesting is I actually liked this game better, even though the other one was more exciting on paper, just by virtue of goals. I thought, Czechia came out with a super strong defense. They had that low block intact, which was really creating issues for Portugal. And, it's not a situation like when we were watching an underdog like Slovakia beat Belgium. Okay. I mean, credit to Slovakia, but also Belgium was playing quite badly. They were giving them tons of space. They were making mistakes, in the back, a lot of unforced errors. And that wasn't the case in this game. I thought Portugal was playing pretty well. And, they started off super strong. And defensively, Czechia was just great. Their goalkeeping was great. It was also a very difficult game with the rain and those challenges. And I thought, they made smart decisions about at some points just, whatever, get it out, go for a corner versus the ball sliding around. And it was unfortunate, honestly. Like, I really wanted them to, when they got that goal, it was so exciting. And this is a team that, I mean, their possession was so non-existent compared to Portugal. And that is what you do. When you get that counter, when you get that chance, you convert it. You're clinical. You capitalize on it. And that is just not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, I think Czechia will feel very hard done in this game, in this match, because it's interesting. Even after the last Portugal goal, there's a moment of controversy because before the ball ended up on their side of the pitch, there was a play where Nelson Semedo basically just, did a moving pick on one of the Czech players. And that would never, if the ref had called that, then it would never have materialized the move that Portugal ended up scoring. It's, Portugal, I thought, like you said, they played a good match. It was just Czech Republic really stepped it up in terms of with that low block and very, very solid defending.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very strategic move and, they stuck to it. Again, it is a big risk. I know we talked about this, about how sometimes the US should play their opponents like this who are stronger, but it's hard to achieve. I mean, you have to have a lot of chemistry in the back. And, second goal, fine. That first goal was just so unlucky with the own goal, with the rain, first Portugal goal, I mean, and it was hard. I mean, it was one thing for them to take the win, but I would have been happy with them drawing. And, they tried really hard. And again, they're playing against vets. Like, Pepe is 41 years old. I mean, this is like Pepe, Ronaldo, I mean, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes. Like, this is not an easy task.
Yeah, no, 100%. And that's the thing that was so surprising in terms of how well Czechia actually played in this match. And I think, credit to Portugal too. I think, Portugal started off the match very strong and they're moving the ball around. And I think at first we were thinking, oh, maybe Portugal is the team to beat in this tournament, right? In the first 45. Yeah. But then when you saw Czechia absorb that pressure and then you get that first goal off basically the first move they had, you were thinking, okay, Czechia is going to sneak this one out. And then luck was just not on their side.
It was luck. It was. But I do still think Portugal, I mean, yeah, they looked pretty strong. Maybe they weren't as clinical in their shots that they could have been, but as a whole, they do look a lot stronger than some of these other teams these major superpowers, aka Belgium, that people were talking about. But that's just I was just very entertained by that game. That's why I keep bringing them up. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see Portugal moving forward in terms of what they bring to the table.
And then for Czechia, you think the next match they're going to open up more? Or I assume they'll, after with Turkey and Georgia, I think 100%, right?
I'd imagine, yes. I think they came into this with tactically very much set up. Like, this is what we're gonna do, and they stuck to it. And it's interesting. You got Roberto Martinez on the other side coaching Portugal, who I'm confused how he kind of even went from Belgium to Portugal. It's interesting, but I thought they did their homework basically, and I think for the next match, I think they can kind of let that go and play with their a more aggressive tactic.
Yeah. They didn't see much of Patrick Schick today, but maybe he'll show up next match. So, yeah, exciting. So that concludes Group F. I think it was a fantastic first round of games at the European Championships. There's a lot. This, like I said, was perhaps the best day of them all. And best of luck to all these teams moving forward. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to the channel. We will be back tomorrow to bring you more action. And as always, keep watching the beautiful game.